Only going to allow you, Lord Jesus, in your
For more than 200 years, the preaching, the clapping, the laughing, and the love that has come from this church community has echoed across Lancaster and has been the foundation upon which the Black community established itself in Fairfield County. The story of the church, now called Allen Chapel, located on Walnut Street, starts in the early 1800s and is one many weren't aware of until now.
To know that there were blacks that were hiding for their lives, that they were sought to being murdered, that they were coming here because they wanted to be free, and that they lived in a cellar, I mean literally just a few feet away, and people don't know that.
A man named Scipio Smith was the first black businessman in Lancaster, and he was 6'4", and he had a wooden leg. And that was just a small snippet of a description that I saw. It led me to here. He was the founder of this church.
Now, that rich history of a church that began during segregation to give Black people in the community a home base where they could worship and be educated is being honored with a new historical sign provided by the Fairfield Heritage Association through a grant from the Fairfield County Foundation.
The story that it tells is a very a long time coming, and just to have the awarded to us through Michael and the foundation, it's, you know, again, that's a godsend.
It started as an outpost for the black citizens to actually have somewhere to worship. But throughout the years, this has always been a place of gathering. NAACP was here, and it's just been a really important backbone of the community.
The most important thing is being able to worship God, being able to come in here and just freely be able to shout, to sing, to dance, to run, and just to be able to serve God openly without being afraid of being told what to do outside of the walls. So I think it was more of a freedom and a more of a way to express themselves spiritually is what I think is the most important thing about it.
While the church has been a place of refuge for the Black community in Lancaster over the years, the stained glass windows and their beauty literally and figuratively provided light and hope while reminding churchgoers of those who came before them to make the church possible. That's why a great deal of effort has gone into a stained glass windows restoration project. The broken and damaged stained glass windows have been repaired by a member of the church and are each being reinstalled. Every window is etched with a name, and those names ground this church in its history.
So all the people that had something to do with the early part of the church, their names were there, their families, the pastors that were on there.
The names, along with the new historical marker, help to tell a story that is an important part of Lancaster's history.
I want to see these signs all over Lancaster. Lancaster is so rich in history, and most of the time you have no idea what you're walking past.
Now as they walk by, the people of Lancaster will know the importance and significance of this small white church, both in the past and here in the present.
It was a place where they could come to worship, where they could come to laugh, come to talk about social, economical disparities, problems, the goods, the bads of this town, of their lives.
Raise up your hands and tell the Lord, I can't do it anymore, God.
And it continues to be that place today, but not only for members of the Lancaster Black community. The congregation of about 30 to 40 worshipers is made up of all kinds of people who worship together in harmony. And during this time where racial and social justice issues are in the news daily, Saunders knows the way this church brings people together is something that makes it special.
I mean, we know we're white, we know we're black, female, male. But yeah, it's what makes up church. That's what makes up God's house.
A unique church community rooted in Lancaster's Black history, but moving forward with a spirit of inclusion that Saunders hopes will help Allen Chapel to continue to be an important part of Lancaster's story for the next 200 years.
We've known less days to sing God's praise.
I'm Sherry Russo.